Hi everyone, I'm Sister Jenna, the founder and director of the Brahma Kumaris Meditation Museums in the Washington metropolitan area. And I'm also the host for America Meditating Podcast. If you haven't heard about it as yet, feel free to go to iHeart or Spotify or TuneIn or even to our free app, Pause for Peace, to get some good news, to listen to some pure vibrations, to get educated and enlightened and also inspired. I hope you're doing well and feeling safe and not being too anxious, even though the times can somehow give you permission to feel the way that many of us are feeling in the country and at a global level. Due to the epidemic and the coronavirus virus at this time, we too have had to close down our meditation museums until further notice due to everyone's well-being, everyone's well-being. It's natural for us to think that we'll be fine, I'm healthy, I feel safe, I have proper ways of taking care of myself and to be clean. It doesn't necessarily mean that I'm completely healthy. One never knows how things are being spread, and I think with the amount of energy that our government is putting in to help the country and to keep our family here safe, there must be a very significant reason. So I'm really requesting everyone to be able to be mindful. Try not to, however, have the news on 24/7. Pretty much we'll hear what we need to hear by just being cognizant on even social media, and putting in an hour or two will definitely update you more than enough. I know things are changing very rapidly, and I think what these segments will offer us on a daily basis is an invitation to change ourselves. I remembered over 80 years ago when the founder of the Brahma Kumaris had his download of spiritual enlightenment. The feeling was that when I change, the world will change. And I'm fortunate enough to have friends from all over the world, and friends especially in this country who have very strong voices of influence. And I'm humbled to be a heart that souls can turn to for comfort, who are quite influential. And one of the things that I have been thinking a lot about is what this time means for all of us, everyone, whether you're black or white, rich or poor, a Democrat or a Republican, Muslim or Christian, um, Chinese or Indian, American or European. This particular scene that we're experiencing is touching everyone's lives because it's like it's unknown, and still the ego wants to know everything so that it can control everything. And for many human beings, when we don't feel a sense of control, then the fear can emerge and take over the way we think and the way we feel. And that doesn't keep you calm, and that won't make you pause. But everything around us is affected, and it's a good thing in terms of, let's look at a few areas. I got a chance to just briefly look at T.D. Jakes, and he was preaching to a congregation of about 200. Michael Beckwith from Agape, again, about 200. Events, sporting facilities, gymnasiums, movies. Hospitals are not really going to be able to take us in unless there's a really big urgent need. Churches are closed at a time where you thought that it couldn't get any worse. Their doors need to be open for us. Have you thought about that? Like, what does this mean? Schools. Children are being forced to stay at home with their parents. workplaces are urging employees to work from home. Have you ever thought what it means? What is it the universe is trying to show us? Is this a blessing in disguise? There's no country to blame, so to speak. There's no person to yell at or to bully anymore. There's just us. It's just us, each other. And I think maybe one of the biggest awakenings that is occurring is how we're all connected. That if one thing falls down, it creates a domino and ripple effect throughout the whole world. If America decides to just close down as a country, it impacts the entire world. And if you're not able to go to work and you're not able to earn money, how do you pay your mortgage, your rent, and all of these things? Folks, someone who had stocks in the stock market lost over $1 million today, and I go, but you're healthy. And that million wasn't really yours in the first place. It's something that you invested maybe 10,000 in and made $1 million. We're reaching a point that our humanity is being called to share. When I saw some of the videos of individuals in the supermarkets sort of losing a little bit of patience for supplies, especially for toilet paper, I know that it's just out of fear. They don't mean it. I'm sure they wish to share. And yet again, it's just showing that there are still deep-rooted issues within our personality that will come up when we are tested. And so, as we journey through this calm or this storm and maintain our calm, it is my invitation to you and your friends and your family. Certainly, one, stay informed. But don't get so saturated in the energy of the vibration that you lose your inner form and the opportunity to do your inner work. I'm enjoying spending more time in solitude. And I'm enjoying finding time to find the right thoughts in my head to understand who I am. And so we're inviting you to do the same. To be a part of this global pause. And I can't tell you how many events I've been involved with for Global Silent Minute or Global Cohesive Meditations and having people come together for peace. And this, nobody planned. This, the universe says, my planet needs a break. Relationships need a break. The cells in the body need a break. You just need to pause. My mind needs a break. So I'd like you to think about some of these things, because every day we'll try to focus on different topics. We'll have guests from various walks of life to share with us conversations about offering tools that can help us through these times. But there's one thing I'd like to also mention is the importance of savoring pure silence, mental silence, where your mind is focused on the right energy of vibration. And what does that mean? The right energy of vibration is connected to an experience within you, the soul, of peace and purity and love. And so as you're walking around the house and picking up things and getting your whole house in order, getting your spaces in order, what thoughts are you bringing into the space? Don't worry right now yet about what the worst scenario could be. whether if the kids are going to get food or are the bills going to be paid. Try to be very present and ask the soul, the self, what do you need right now? Because if there's if there's fear, and if there's anxiety, and if there is a sense of great angst, that's not going to create the inner tools and the inner vibration to attract what's needed to make sure everything will be okay in the future. So what are we learning here? How to trust ourselves more? How to trust one another? How to somehow not accommodate negative motives or intentions in others and tribally connect to that. Maybe we do need to continue to stand up for what is spiritually pure and spiritually true, even if the light at a massive level isn't shining on you. The light in your heart should shine. I feel that this time as well is calling us to have a very intimate, deep relationship with God. If the churches are closed, the mosques are closed, the synagogues are closed, and yes, online is replacing all of that. But just imagine for a little bit that if I don't have my place of worship to go to, then is my place of worship sitting in my heart? And have I made room for God's love and God's energy to sit in my heart, whether I'm able to go somewhere or not? We continue to hear a lot about people. Now, every day we hear about the coronavirus. We hear about job insecurity. We hear about the plunge of the stock market. Has anyone mentioned space for God? Space for that vibration to access your soul and your mind and your heart. Is that what this global pause is about? Is this global pause helping us to let go of all the distractions and illusions that have been formed because of the virus of vices? Anger, lust, greed, attachment, ego, the algae. Has that energy taken me away from what's been important in my life? So I invite you to think about your private, personal, deep link to Source, and to turn your light on from within, to smile more, cook some healthy food, save an animal for a day or two, spend time with your family, write that book you've always wanted to write, listen to a new genre of music, send something funny that would make someone smile, do exercise, fix the things in your house that are broken, clean up the cars, clean up the yard, do spring cleaning. There's so much that you can do right now in this particular period. Could this be our blessing in disguise? Could this be the storm that invited us to our calm? And is this global pause our real awakening? Another chance. There have been plagues, there have been viruses in the past, but they've never been around when there were over 7 billion people on the planet. And it had never been where it could spread, or it spread all around the world. Not like this. There's a very deep message here. We're being asked to turn inwards and to turn that light on in the soul and to make that deep link to Source and make some deep changes. Because when I change, my whole world changes. So we've chosen some nice meditation videos for you just to settle in. So hopefully you and your friends and your family are just sitting very comfortably. And this is for you. This is for your spirit to be cured of any virus of algae or any virus of the vices that's holding you back from your dreams, from you being the best that you can be. So enjoy the next portion of this segment and enjoy the moments of pause that we will do together collectively. Feel free to share this with your friends and family, not because we need numbers, but just because you want to create that collective vibration that has that energy of purity and innocence and wants nothing back from you. Throughout my whole life, I've wanted to be of service to human beings. And for almost 30 years, I've been used for that. And this time that I see myself in, I can't tell you how ready and prepared I am to be here for myself, to be here for you, but to be here from a level of thoughts that my pure feelings and good wishes, too, is of service. So enjoy, and thank you so much for joining us.
गहराई में जाएंगे। शब्द एक हिम्मत है, पर हिम्मत और भगवान की मदद का डीप कनेक्शन है। सच्चाई, हिम्मत और विश्वास। मेरी हिम्मत नहीं है, सच्ची हूँ। हिम्मत नहीं है तो मैं भगवान की मदद नहीं ले सकती हूँ। भगवान ने, भाग्य विधाता बाप ने हम बच्चों में हिम्मत, उमंग, उत्साह दिलाया है। बच्चे जो करना है सब कर ले। कल पर भरोसा नहीं है। कैसे करेंगे? भगवान कहते हैं तू ही करेंगे, मैं कराऊंगा। तो ये ऐसे ऐसे भगवान के बोल हैं जो हिम्मत इतनी काम करती आ रही है। मेरे से कई पूछते भी है, मैं साक्षी होकर के देखते भी हूँ, इतनी हिम्मत कहाँ से आई है? कहेंगी भगवान से आई है। पर भगवान में भी मैंने अपन में विश्वास रखा है तो भगवान मदद देता है। इसमें अंदर से सच्ची लगन है ना, तो हिम्मत और मदद दोनों इकट्ठा। पहले हम इतने ही कहते थे हिम्मत बच्चे मदद बाप। अभी देखा है, अनुभव करता कहता है हिम्मत बच्चे की है, 100 गुना 1000 गुना मदद बाप की है। कार्य इतना है जो सर्वशक्तिमान बाप के सिवाय कोई मनुष्य या देवात्मा भी नहीं कर सकता। वो परमात्मा बाप इतना बड़ा अच्छा ऊंचा कार्य, सारे विश्व के कल्याण करने का कार्य, सारी प्रकृति को तमो प्रधान से सतो प्रधान बनाने का काम, कितनी मनुष्य आत्माओं में कितने कैसे कैसे विचारों का, कैसे कैसे 5 विकारों के वश हुए पड़े हैं, कितने कितने मनुष्य आत्माओं से पाप भ्रष्ट काम होते रहे, पर उन सबको न देख सबको श्रेष्ठाचारी बनाना एक भगवान का ही काम है ना। पर भगवान ने हम बच्चों को हिम्मत और विश्वास के आधार पर ऐसा साथ दिया है, तो जो हम उनके साथ से जो भगवान का संकल्प है वो हम बच्चों ने साकार किया है। क्या संकल्प है बच्चे? पवित्र बनो, योगी बनो। हिम्मत है आज की दुनिया में पवित्र बनना, योगी बनना। योगी वो जो कंप्लीट पवित्र हो, जो कंप्लीट पवित्र है वही योगी बन सकता है। वो योग बल ईश्वर से योग लगाना मेरा काम है, शक्ति देना उसका काम है। तो उसमें क्या होता है? ऑलमाइटी अथॉरिटी की शक्ति आत्मा में आने से तो हिम्मत, विश्वास, सच्चाई, निर्भय, निर्भय बना देती है। इतना निर्भय है, काल का भी भय नहीं है, क्योंकि बहुत काल से परमात्मा के साथ बुद्धि योग लगाने से अंत मत्ते सोगते एक ईश्वरीय पिता होगा। एक श्रेष्ठ कर्म का जो अच्छी तरह से करने का भाग्य मिला है कोई साथ होगा। दुनिया में कोई मेरा दुश्मन नहीं, सब मेरे मित्र है। तो भगवान ने निर्भय निर्वैर बनाया, इसलिए अडोल अचल स्थिति से हिम्मत के साथ उमंग उत्साह के पंख मिल गए हैं। भगवान कहते बच्चे अभी उड़ते रहो और सबको उड़ाते रहो, समय थोड़ा है, अब घर चलना है।
Once upon a time, I, the soul, the being of light, live in my home, the home of all souls. My Father, the highest of all beings, also lives here. In the midst of peace and serenity, at some point a stirring happens within me. This stirring pushes me to come down to a wonderful new world to play my part. The new earth is beautiful and bountiful. I am new, like a fully loaded and supremely charged battery. I am also totally aware of my truth, of my true identity, a being of light energy. Time passes by. Since I am a soul within a physical body, I begin to change. My battery is no longer supremely charged, but I am still fully charged. As a new being on earth, I am still aware of my true form, a being of truth and a powerful soul. My body enjoys the full potential of a self-aware soul. I am full of love, peace, health and happiness. Then a shift begins. I forget myself, my true identity. I create many little false identities, little I's, possessions, talents, wealth, beauty, strength. I begin to identify myself with these I's, that these are components of my whole being. I become body conscious. The biggest evidence of this shift is I begin to experience sorrow. Comparison and competition became a common phenomenon. From being supremely charged to fully charged, I become a half-charged battery. My little I's become my complete identity. The world that I once came upon becomes divided. Different languages emerge. The idea of religion, such as Islam, Buddhism, and Christianity, grows and attempts to lessen the feelings of conflict and sadness. Yet sorrow and pain continue in the world. By this time, I totally forget my original identity. From being soul conscious, I am now totally body conscious. I lose my original qualities of peace, purity, power, wisdom, love, joy, and bliss. Instead, I now have lust, anger, greed, attachment, ego, carelessness and laziness. In fact, sorrow and peacelessness seem to increase. My transformation into a physical being is almost complete. My battery is almost completely drained. My true identity is crowded into a little corner by my little I's. Everything around me becomes corrupt, polluted, and degraded. In the midst of this chaos and immorality, God, our Father, the Supreme Being, comes to us. He reintroduces himself to us and tells us our story. In this way, he ultimately introduces us to ourselves, to our true, original selves. He tells us about the secrets of life, actions, relationships, fortune and misfortune, victory and defeat. He teaches us Raja Yoga. This connects us to him, the Supreme Being, our true power generator. We begin to recognize our true selves, the soul, a being of metaphysical light, very much like our Father, the Supreme Being, divine and complete. I awaken and rekindle my true characteristics, become fully charged once again, and return home. The world that I knew becomes renewed as I rest in the soul world, preparing myself to return to earth, ready to play my part once again.
There's a sort of person who's really seeking the truth, or there are people who see the conditions of the world and come to the conclusion that there's something not quite right, a lot that's not quite right. And they feel that maybe the answers are not outside, they're within. And so it brings them into the search for values, inner values. It brings them then to spirituality. Spirituality means knowing myself, having a relationship with the divine, understanding the philosophy of give and take, action, reaction. So I've spent time focusing on that. But what's the proof that it's actually working? If truly I'm in touch with my goodness and my original truth, that will then be demonstrated through my life.
Welcome back. I hope you were able to find the benefit in some of those messagings. As I sat here listening to each one and thinking of them and traveling through with them, there was such a deeper clarity and deeper meaning and understanding as to what these times mean to all of us. The search for inner values, the search to remember who we really are, the search to have a rekindled, pure, living connection to Source, to the divine. So it shows in the way we treat one another and treat ourselves as well. So as we come to a close in this segment, I'd like us to just pause. No music, no visuals, just silence. And just allow those pure vibrations of what we just experienced in the last 55 minutes to settle deep inside of the personality. To remind yourself that you're protected and that you and your family will be taken care of. So now we'll just hold a moment of stillness together. There's a saying in the scriptures, be still and know that I'm God. Let's just be still and experience His love and light.
the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God.
Tu es l'image de Dieu.
I hold you in my heart.
Tu es l'image de l'amour.
You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God.
Tu sei la luce di Dio.
I hold you in my heart.
Tu sei il volto dell'amore.
You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of love. The face of love. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are my family. You are the face of love. The face of love. You are the face of love. The face of love. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are my family. You are the face of love. The face of love. You are the face of God. The face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. A part of me. You are the face of God. The face of God. You are the face of God.
Eres la luz de Dios.
I hold you in my heart.
Eres la cara del amor.
You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. You are the face of
sei la luce di Dio.
You are the face
You
of
are the
God.
face of God.
You are the face
Tu
of
es
God.
l'image de Dieu.
You are the face
You
of
are the face of God.
You are the face
Oh,
of
sei